Are you not yet ready for the puja today? What is special today, Didi? Don't you know today is Janmashtami? Oh, the birthday of Lord Krishna. Yes, dear. Today is that auspicious day when Lord Krishna came to this mortal world to save the mankind and relieve them from all distress and pain. So, Didi, Lord Krishna is a small boy who's also known as Gopala, right? Yes, dear. He is Gopala. On this day, we Hindus celebrate his birthday with great pomp and joy, and it is believed that if we pray Lord Krishna with true heart, he listens to us and fulfills all our dreams and wishes. Didi, I have also heard that people singing songs for Lord Krishna on this day. Can you please sing a song for me? Yes, dear. Why not? Mure bansi bajaiya, Nand Lala Kanhaiya. Mure bansi bajaiya, Nand Lala Kanhaiya. Mure bansi bajaiya, Nand Lala Kanhaiya. Mohe mohe se nahi chhero saavare, सुन सुन मोसे नहीं खेलो दावरे, जाके यशोदा से कह दूंगी रे, कान्हा सो जा जरा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा, कान्हा सो जा जरा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. मुरी बंसी बजैया, लाला कन्हैया. मुरी बंसी बजैया, नंद लाला कन्हैया. मुरी बंसी बजैया, नंद लाला कन्हैया. मोही मोही ऐसे नहीं छेड़ो सारे, सुन सुन मोसे नहीं खेलो दावरे, जाके यशोदा से कह दूंगी रे, कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. लुक छुप के तकियों ना मोही, कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. नैनों से न छोड़ना मोही, कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. सुनी जो तेरी मुरली, चली रे चल दे पिया मोरे वो जुलमी. गाऊं तेरे ही गीत, ले मैं तेरे हो गई, चढ़ गई तेरी प्रीत रे. यूं मते मारे गए मोरी कैसे, छोड़ा बैल के आगे तुझे ऐसे, है ये सारा दोष मेरा. कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा जरा. कान्हा सो जा सदा, ओ कान्हा सो जा
Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. Hi, this is Pramankur Das. I'm once again back for an interesting and a special video on this occasion of Janmashtami. And as you have heard, the small children, they are celebrating Janmashtami. So it really is an auspicious day for all of us for an important festival called as Janmashtami, or the birthday of Lord Krishna. We all are really glad that we have come to this special day to celebrate this special event. I would like to wish my best wishes, and I would expect that all of you would like to know more about Lord Krishna on this special auspicious day. Like every year, I always want to come to you with a special message of Krishna, where you can understand the real meaning of consciousness about Krishna, how we can spread the message of bhakti, and how you can really immerse yourself in the sacred Krishna bhakti so that you can understand the love and the eternity of Lord Krishna. So let us start this video with this positive hope that you will all watch this video till the end. And those who have still not subscribed my video, I would really request you to go and subscribe my video and watch this video till the end and immerse yourself in this auspicious occasion of Lord Krishna's birthday. Happy Janmashtami to all of you. So let's get started in today's video about Janmashtami. We are going to learn many things about the birthday of Lord Krishna. So for many of you who are actually still not aware of Krishna, let me tell you that Krishna is one such entity, the Lord of all lords, who is considered to be the master of all deities. As he said that I am always present in every creature. I am always present in every existence of this nature. I am always present before and also after. I am the Krishna, I am the conscious. So with this hope that you are going to witness this special video on Lord Krishna, please watch this video to know many such unknown facts which you have never known about Lord Krishna. What is Janmashtami and why it is so important to celebrate this special day? It is believed that in the Hindu month of Shraavana, in the Ashtami, when Devaki's 8th son was born, who was known as Krishna, who was considered as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This 8th incarnation of Vishnu came on this mortal world to get us free from all the mortal sins and the miseries of life. And that is how this day become so important for all Hindus and the people who are believer of Krishna across the globe. Krishna is a belief, Krishna is a concept, Krishna is our conscious. If you really immerse yourself more into the Krishna thought and Krishna bhakti, you will really recognize yourself. It is a way how we can connect ourselves with the eternal soul, because most of us are living a life of confusion. Most of us are living a life of fear. In today's world, if you see, we are surrounded every moment by a lot of uncertainty, lot of stress, lot of frustrations. But if you really start recognizing the meaning of Krishna, you will easily know how to love yourself and how to bring happiness in your life. And it will make your life so happy and successful that you will always try to spread this Krishna thoughts among others. The word Krishna is actually a Sanskrit word which means something which is very dark or black. At the same time, it also means it is the special attraction, the biggest attraction of all, which is actually, like in Hindi we call it akarshan. So Krishna, which is actually going to free you from all sorts of distraction. So if you have been always distracted by different materialistic things in life, this is the opportunity for you to immerse your thoughts into Krishna so that you can get free from all these distractions and only think about Lord Krishna and fill your life with happiness. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo. And I believe with this positive chant, we are all going to get the blessings of Lord Krishna in our life. Lord Krishna is believed to came on this mortal world almost more than 5,000 years before. But during that time, he has done some activities and some messages he left for the mortal being, which are still cherished and being revered. And these messages are being further brought to us in Bhagavad Gita, the holy scripture of Hindu. This particular mythology or the holy scriptures has some special messages which is not only limited among the Hindu but across the entire mankind. And that is why everywhere we actually respect this revered Bhagavad Gita, because we know that these messages are the golden message for life. Those messages are still significant in today's life, and if we really leave those principles, we will come to know that how we can feel our life with this ecstasy of Krishna Bhakti, and how we can get ourselves free from the different pains and miseries of our mortal life. In a time when we are surrounded by so much of uncertainty due to the pandemic of coronavirus, every time we are getting some kind of fear, we are living a life where everybody is under some kind of stress or some kind of fear factor. This message should be a golden principle for all, and I'm sure if you watch this video till the end, you will get to know how exactly we can keep ourselves happy and at the same time fearless. Bhagavan Krishna always tried to pass on the message of equality and harmony. He always believed that we are just a character of this entire ecosystem, because we doesn't have the power to control everything. So he always used to say that never try to take control of things. You always let go the things in its own way, because the more we try to control situations, the more we get frustrated, the more we get anxious, and as a result we put ourselves in lot of misery and in lot of pain, and as a result our soul is getting more and more stressed and disappointed, my friends. So we will understand some important principles of Bhagavad Gita through this video, and I'm sure if you implement these simple principles in your life, you can also live a blessed and happy life with the blessing of Lord Krishna. The first principle which always Lord Krishna has passed through the holy book of Bhagavad Gita is, you always try to focus on your goal and do your work. Never focus on your result, because it is your goal which will finally allow you to take you to that ultimate level of success. No matter whatever comes in your way, but never think of the result, because what we have to do is your work. And most of the time when we are having too much of focus on result, every time our mind is always bent to know that what is going to happen, what will be the outcome, and you are more actually getting distracted from your deeds, from your action. So it is time for most of us who have ambitions, who have set their goals, please concentrate on your work, concentrate on your goal. Result will come automatically. For example, if you have thought that you want to become a CEO of a company, or you want to start your own business, never think on that what will be the end result, but just think that what is the action which you should do, what is that work which you need to do, so that you can fulfill your objective. And the more you can focus yourself in your action and activities, automatically someday you can cherish your goal, someday you can fulfill your objective. So that is what is so relevant for us. And the second thing, which is the very important principle, which is always very practical in our life. Life is full of battles. Life is full of challenges. Everywhere you see, we can see people are fighting, quarreling. Every time there are challenges. And sometimes our mind gets really afraid, we get very fearful. But in that time, we are being said that you should never shriek in fear. stand your ground, fight till the last stand, and finally you will be the winner. Because a mind which becomes fearful can never come victorious. So you have to always keep your mind fearless. So my friend, it is time for you to understand that in Bhagavad Gita we have been said that how we can keep ourselves fearless and how we can go across all adversities, but we should not never leave our ground. We should never shrink in fear. And the third message, which is so relevant, you should always think that in life we will find that there are so many situations when people are always trying to tell you so many things, but we should always try to know, identify the real thing, recognize the real thing, and have the acceptance of equality among all lives. Because many at times we always get lost in the status that I am from upper class, he is from a middle class, she is from a lower class. So all these confusions are sometimes taking us away from the main thing. My friends, you should not get lost in the status. You should not get lost in the meaningless definitions of this mortal world. Because every time we talk about our classes, our different strata, our status, we are actually confusing ourselves. It is time that we think that everybody is equal, whether things are living or non-living. We should have equal respect for all. And when we have that equality and the respect for everything, we will understand that everything is a blessing of Lord. And the fourth point, which is so relevant, which is really important for all of us to follow. The fourth point is desires will come and go. The human mind is always full of desires. We have a lot of desires in our life. So it is quite natural that we will get a lot of desires. But at never any single chance we should allow these desires to control our life. Because it is said that the mind is like the charioteer which controls everything in our life. But if those desires are overpowering our mind, which you also call in Sanskrit as chitta, then this body, this soul will become a servant of the desire. So at not a single situation we should allow the mind should become the servant of the desire. The desires are very natural. So let the desire come and let the desires go. But no desire should be so powerful that it can control our mind and it can control our actions. And that is how we can play a role of just a spectator. That is why Lord Krishna has said that we have just come in this life as an audience. We have to watch things as if we are an audience. But we should not get directly involved with these desires. Because if we try to involve in these desires, some desires can burn us, even can be the reason of our destruction. But it is also wrong to suppress the desires. Let the desires come like the wave of a sea. The waves can come up and the waves can also go down. But no desires are permanent. So we should remember that let the desires come and go in its own way. But we should not get carried by the desire. This fifth element, my friend, is so important, which says that a mind which is always full of some kind of greed, always we are thinking that we are going to get money. A mind which is full of thoughts about how to earn money is never going to concentrate or meditate. In Bhagavad Gita you will find that in every chapter there is a message of dhyana, how to do meditation. But a mind which is always full of materialistic thought, how we will concentrate or how we will do the meditation. So you have to free your mind from that. Otherwise you will never be able to do the concentration or meditation, which is always important. But I accept this fact that in this world, in this materialistic world, we also have to think of money. But at the same time, we should know how to disconnect ourselves at times when we should be able to get an inner peace, and we should be able to concentrate within ourselves so that we can free our mind from that greed. A lot of fear factors in our life. So if you really have lot of fears and lot of pressure going in your mind. You will see that every time you're being stressed up. So this fear is actually your hurdles. The fear of losing, the fear of losing somebody, or fear of failure. Because all these fears are rising up from expectations, and when we have a lot of expectations, this gives rise to lot of limitations and lot of restrictions. So my friend, if you have lot of expectations and lot of fear, this will result into your restriction. So let us not have lot of fear in your mind, because fear is a disability, and you should try to know how to change is permanent. Change is a universal law of life. So we have always seen that nothing remains permanent. Once it comes, it will go off. So if someone is born, the same has to die. So it is very evident from the life that nothing remains forever. So we have to accept this reality of life, that if this is the universal law, we should not run away from this ultimate truth. But at the same time, we should accept that whatever is really there, we should be ready to accept the reality. And if we have today some situation, we should also be ready to get the just opposite of that situation. So it may not take even a second to make a billionaire to a pauper. So if someone is a very rich man, can immediately become a poor man if the situation turns. So never trust on immediate situation. The situation can always change, my friend. So that is why we say that permanent is what is only change. So change is always there, and we cannot change that. So let us believe that if there is something today, it can also change. So let us accept the things the way the things. A man is born empty-handed. We always keep on arguing that what you have. I have got a lot of bank balance. I have got so many people with me. I have got a lot of support. But we forget one thing, that we are all born empty-handed, and we have to all go empty-handed. So we should not really get controlled by some cravings, get controlled by some greed, by lust or anger. So whatever is there, it is actually not for us. We are just going to pass this life as an audience. So we should understand that if we are really running for this lust, greed and anger, we are actually not going to get anything. We should think of how we can understand this life in its real entirety. And for that, my friend, we have to get rid of our anger, which can only give lot of blood pressure, lot of heart problem and lot of other ailments. But if we free our mind from different kind of anger or greed and different type of negative thoughts which are always driving our minds crazy, we are sure that we live a more peaceful and a happy life, my friends. And the important point which I'm going to make after this, my friend, is how we can actually make ourselves more peaceful and more happy. And that is how, when we discover that a man always makes his life the way as he believes, because we are always trying to live a life the way we think we have. A man is always trying to be the way how he is believing. It is said that someone actually becomes the way as it is being always discussed in his family. So every time if you discuss in front of a small child that you are actually a worthless boy, you are not going to do anything, he very soon starts believing that as a reality. So never tell your child that you have no hope. Never tell your child that you are not going to do anything. Always try to tell them about their expectations. And as a small child, you should not ever bring up or show them the fear, because if you put lot of fear in their mind, it will result into an insecure person. It is said that the insecurity is the birth of fear, and it is never good if we try to instigate these thoughts in the small children or some people's mind. If you see, the message which is given by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is all about liberation. And this liberation is very important in life. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Arjuna was confused and he was not really getting the confidence to take up the weapons against the Kauravas, then Lord Krishna gave him the important summon, the message to free his mind, to make him feel confident. And that is when he explained him that what is actually the real life. He explained that every single creature is like an inverted banyan tree. So we know that banyan tree is a very big tree which is very famous in India. We know a tree which has got lot of roots, right? So this banyan tree is sometimes so profound, when it grows bigger, you cannot identify the real root. So there are always the primary roots and the secondary roots. In the similar way, Lord Krishna has given example that life is like a banyan tree which is inverted down from the sky. So the roots are up towards the sky and the entire tree is downwards. So that means that when the roots are coming from the sky, we are getting the blessings from the Lord, and down when we grow, we equally get blessings from the people around us. And that is how we get our primary roots and secondary roots. But we should always remember that our mind still remains connected to that primary roots, my friends. And we should not forget that it is not important that people around us give us the validation or not, but we should accept that what we are. If you know that what you are, if you know what is your existence, so you really did not require any validations from people that you are good, you are best, or you have the best quality. You do not need anything. Nowadays I have seen that lot of people feel very insecure when they do not find the praise or the appreciation from their seniors, from their managers, from their bosses. You actually should not be hungry about that, because if you know about your quality, if you are really confident about your own quality, then you should not be really worried about others' appreciation, because you do not need anyone to validate that you are good in your work, because that is where is your own realization. And if you have the realization with yourself, my friends, that is the first level of going to the liberation. And the second thing which I'm going to tell you is that never be angry about others, because when you become angry, it is actually you are making yourself more prone to get affected by others, and that is when you get more prone to failure. So you never should become angry, because these are certain situations which test your patience, which tests your capacity. Because if you get more angry, you are actually losing control on your mind. And that is when we could not understand the difference between a good and bad, and there are chances that we take a wrong decision when we are angry. And also in this video I would like to tell you, in this special day of Janmashtami, what are the things we should do. The first thing is that make yourself an oath that you are going to live these principles which I have just discussed in this video. And the second thing is, if possible, try to make sure that you get up in the morning and think of Lord Krishna, pray to the Lord Krishna for a happy life. And if possible, you can chant this mantra. You can do that. I will give the description of this mantra in this description box in this video. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. Through these blessings, we can get really very close to Lord Krishna. It is no matter from whichever religion, caste and creed you come, because Lord Krishna is for everybody. Not necessarily He is for Hindus or the Christians or the Islam. He is for everybody. And He has come in this eternal world for giving the message. He came in this mortal world to spread the message of love and brotherhood, my friends. And finally, on this day, if you really try to take some light food and make sure that you are actually eating vegetarian is very important, so that you can always remain sacred and you can always remain happy and content, and never say any bad things about anyone during this day. And if possible, try to donate to the poor people. Now there is a small thing I should tell you, that most of the people, when they donate, they have a thought that when we are donating someone, we are being kind to others, but somewhere there is some kind of greed, some kind of proud feeling in us. But that is a wrong thing, because it has been explained in our ancient Veda that there are 3 types of charity. And the first charity is when we give some alms to someone. But when you are giving some alms to someone, we always think that we are being very kind to others, and that is what we call as viksha. So when you are giving a bhiksha, you are thinking that you are giving some kind of kindness to someone, but it is just feeding your own ego, right? So don't feed your own ego by helping others. And the second thing is when you are actually trying to give people some favor, right? When you are trying to make some favor to people. So if you are making some favor, you should not think that you are making some kindness to some people. That is also not a good thing. You should be selfless while helping people. So it is better that when you do dhanam or when you give some donation, you should make yourself really selfless and just forget after donating something. That is the real way of helping people, and that is how you can go to the further steps of liberation or moksha. I'm sure you have got a lot of information in this video. If you really like this video, then please go and comment, like, and further share it to your friends, so that in this special day of Janmashtami, we can spread the message of Lord Krishna to the thousands and millions of people who are really living a miserable life, and they're waiting for this holy message of Lord Krishna. Thank you so much. Hope all of you have enjoyed this video, and if you are still not subscribed my channel, please go and subscribe my channel so that you can get such interesting and positive videos. Stay well, get blessed with the blessing of Lord Krishna, and have a wonderful Janmashtami. Happy Janmashtami to all of you. Om Vasudevaya Namo. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo.